Hello everyone, here's your weather hazard briefing for Sunday, September 8th. We've got showers with a few thunderstorms around through tonight. With the light rainfall expected, most of this shower and thunderstorm activity will be on the dry side. Your main risk is going to be some wind gusts. It looks like in some places a pretty decent shot of gusts over 35, with some areas seeing peak gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour. We'll see how things progress throughout the day. Now, we do get a break tomorrow and into part of Tuesday. Mid to late week, we do have another storm system. It's got some cooler air and some moisture in it. It's not going to be one of these season-ending events for the fire weather folks, but it's not slowing things down, especially for some of the larger fires up in the higher elevations of the Central Mountains. Satellite shows low pressure spinning slowly eastward this morning. That will continue throughout the day into this evening. There has been a little bit of lightning already with this, but we're still, just because we don't have the strongest system in place, but with the morning cloud cover as well, that kind of is going to keep the instability down long enough. I think we should see just isolated thunderstorm coverage. Maybe up north and west of Salmon, thunderstorm coverage gets a little bit higher on the leading edge, closer to the main part of the low as it moves through the area. Our weather risk outlook, basically minor to moderate impacts where we have thunderstorms today. We still, with the dry air in place and not a lot of moisture, the potential of gusty winds, new starts with lightning strikes, a little lesser chances elsewhere, especially where we're not expecting much, if any, thunderstorm activity for today. A few showers left over after midnight over east of I-15, and then, like I said, showers and thunderstorms. There's going to be a round coming in across the South Hills and the Southeast Highlands later Tuesday. We might see a few showers and storms bleeding up into the Snake Plain and Magic Valley, also up into portions of the Central Mountains, but a decent shot of showers and thunderstorms Wednesday into Thursday. The risk goes down because it's cooler in the thunderstorm coverage as we get through with this event. It looks to be a little bit lower as we go into Thursday. Looking how things are going to progress for today anyway, we do have moisture already out there, and a lot of this is not reaching the ground yet. And like I said, with the dry air in place, what does reach the ground, it's not going to be a whole lot of rainfall with it today, mainly the wind gusts. As we go through the day, we will continue to see this shifting to the north and to the east. That first round moves through, and then we kind of have a second band potentially developing later this afternoon and this evening. Some of the higher resolutions models have a pretty decent second band of isolated thunderstorms with showers late in the afternoon and evening from the Central Mountains down towards Burley and Oakley. Some of those don't have that, so just be aware we may see two distinct areas of showers and thunderstorms for today. As we go through tonight, maybe a few left over up in the Central Mountains and down across the southeast corner, but by the time we get towards sunrise tomorrow morning, we should be clear of any shower and thunderstorm activity in place. And looking at the smoke forecast for the next 24 hours or so, 36 hours, you'll notice a lot of the smoke with the flow coming in from the south and west is getting pushed northward versus southeast, other directions we've seen quite a bit lately. We go into today. Once we get that initial band of showers and thunderstorms and get a little bit of sunshine, you can see the smoke really cranking up with the fires trying to pick up a little bit of activity once we get to mid-late afternoon over the Central Mountains, also into western Wyoming. That will continue to push north and east for tonight. The flow turns a little more westerly. That'll bring some smoke in from fires to our west as we go through the day tomorrow, and then again, of course, we'll get more smoke from fires in our area, as those start to pick up in the afternoon and evening. It's going to get dry tomorrow, and it's also going to be a bit breezy in the afternoon. So things even now are not necessarily going to slow down, even if we get some decent rainfall later on in the week with this next particular storm system coming through. So going back to the rest of the forecast, looking for today, temperatures a little bit cooler across the board. We may see a few folks pushing 90 degrees over in the Magic Valley area. Humidity this afternoon, 10 to 20% with that monsoon moisture coming in. It's coming up a little bit, not a whole lot, so this just tells you how much dry air is in place and has been entrenched across our area. The chance of seeing 1/10 of an inch or more of rain is not very high at all, maybe Over in portions of the Central Mountains, it's pushing 20%, but honestly, not expecting much in the way of rainfall, maybe a few hundreds here and there, especially if you get a little stronger storm or if you get a little bit of 1 or 2 storms moving over the same area. We call that training. Going with that thunderstorm potential, pretty isolated across the area today, maybe north and west of Salmon. It pushes the scattered numbers that we look at, 25, 30% or higher, but most of us looking at isolated thunderstorms even across areas to the closer to the Utah border and the Wyoming border up in the higher elevations for this afternoon into this evening. Going into tomorrow, not much change temperature-wise. Behind that wave, today's little wave moving through, it is going to be drier across the area. That also means we're probably going to be pushing some pockets of critical fire weather conditions. We're not looking at any headlines for tomorrow, red flag warning-wise, but some places seeing some gusts 25 to 30, 35 miles per hour for at least a brief window tomorrow afternoon into the early evening across the area. Now, we're going to just skip to Thursday with those high temperatures. 50s and 60s in the valleys, 40s up in the high country for highs on Thursday. That's when the low is over the top of us. That's when we're going to get the coolest conditions, the best chance of precipitation across the area. Now, if you look over a 3-day period, some places may get an inch, maybe a little bit more than an inch up along the Montana border, the Wyoming border, the eastern highlands, also a few places up in the Central Mountains as well. So if we were getting an inch a day over the 3-day period, that might lend itself to kind of really tamping down fire weather season for now, but this looks to just kind of slow things down, as this is the amounts over a 3-day period with this low. It's a slower moving low, but it's not one that's going to park itself over us for several days or take several days to get through our area. So once again, we got showers and a few thunderstorms through tonight. Not a lot of moisture falling, so we'll put these showers and storms in the dry category. Some gusts over 35. A stronger shower or storm may produce some gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour, and then we get a break until the next storm arrives the middle part of the week. Have a great Sunday, and do stay safe out there, everyone.